Show. Uh-oh. Oh no. We've got a disaster. Send the fire department. Go! There's an alert at the fire station. Oh, the music is picked up. That's so cool. Send in the fire brigade. I think they made it. Oh, it's spreading. The fire's spreading to other buildings. For so long, you've all wanted me to come back to this amazing city builder, and now we're back for more. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to New RAPTORIA Harbor, here in the game known as TheoTown, where we can build nuclear power plants, military bases, seaports, and much more. We're starting here today on a big map with 2 maps bigger than this to return to a game that many years ago you all saw and wanted to see more. Well, I am back for more now finally, and we get to build a big O city here and possibly do a beautiful series building up this wonderful bay. Similar to San Francisco, we have what we could build here, a bay harbor bridge, and then of course a harbor here, and export some awesome goods in this now available city builder with lots of mods and other cool things, as they call them, plugins. A fantastic modding community, and also all sorts of other cool and interesting things like fires and meteorites that you could destroy your city with, UFOs, pink slime, tornadoes, maybe even a zombie plugin? Question mark? Yeah, even all sorts of things like, for example, military stuff is here. The ability to launch fireworks and have different types of museums and power plants and all sorts of cool stuff exist. And that makes it really interesting. Lots of landmarks too, and of course mods for not only gameplay but also for building all sorts of different things. Well, we're going to start small and see if we can build up around the harbor here. What I wanted to do was build here and then build across this way to another town and try to connect 2 cities into one larger city, and it is quite impressive, the ability to build all sorts of things in this game. Again, going back to the whole military thing, there's quite a few different little, well, I shouldn't say little, but larger things that we can do after supplying our people with all sorts of different basic needs. We'll be rewarded with certain things, and then eventually we can work our way up to the more impressive, let's see if we can actually find some of that stuff there. Military, police, health, yeah, defend your nation or your city or whatnot, and maybe get a little bit of money as you build your city. All right, well, the goal then is to try to unlock new stuff in the upper right corner. Right now we're just basically an isolated nothing, and maybe there's some small little town here or something like that, but we're going to build it now into a big O city. So one day we will build that beautiful, gorgeous bridge across the harbor. But for now, let's get started with our city. First things first then, just like in any city builder, we're going to start with energy. In this case, we have ourselves access to solar panels, but we eventually will unlock wind turbines and gas and coal power plants all the way up to fusion and microwave, which will be very, very beneficial for us. But we're going to lay out our city first, then connect it to it. But we're going to keep that power in mind, probably building it somewhere down here. Lots of different variety of trees and such in this game too. And say what you want about the graphics, it really runs smooth like butter. So you can really build some beautifully large cities and absolutely pack them to the brim with massive buildings and heavy traffic. All right, let's go ahead and get started with a residential zone, then we'll connect that all to power. I think eventually we'll build like a large highway here to the Bay Bridge. So let's build like a nice city down here, kind of near the water, but not too far away. Wow, that zoom is really impressive. I like that. Like 1 billion frames. One thing I understand about this game is that the community around it, the modding community and the people who play together on Discord and whatnot, are very passionate and very talented folks who are very kind to in welcoming new people to the game. So if you got any questions on this one, which has been out for a while, yeah, make sure you jump on their Discord and ask away. They'll be happy to help. All right, let's go ahead and on pause here, and we'll go ahead and start watching all of our city grow. We're going to build some more roads here, probably dirt roads. Maybe we can build some to the edge of the map, kind of pretending as if we're connected off map. Gorgeous music in the background too. There's a good variety of music in the game. Quite nice. All right, as you can see, we already need some more power. And yes, there are buildings without energy right there. Yep, imagine that. Let's go ahead and build ourselves the solar panels where we thought we would. Right around here we'll, energy. Oh, wow, look at that. Bus, trains, electric, metro, toll booths. Oh, wow. Lots of things unlocked just by placing our first initial buildings. We could probably do some mixed zones too. Let's go ahead and think about maybe making like a nice main street here of commercial buildings. And then behind that, we could put some more residential homes. Switch that over to residential and make it a little larger than that. There we go. And then we can put a road back there and whatnot. But let's get our power plant down so they can actually get to business. Let's go ahead and build our solar plant. We'll build that on the opposite side of the highway, maybe? Over here? That'd be fine. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and connect that now with wires. So there's our wires. We can also do underground transmission and transformers. It's going to get much more complicated. A game that looks simple, but it is definitely much more than that. Oh, there are buildings without water as well. All right, let's go ahead and build next to the highway. We don't have to get exactly on top of the tile or next to the tile. We could be close and everything will be powered as the city grows and these zones get filled in with buildings. Let's go now to the next one. Oh, there's also, it looks like trash disposal too, so we'll need to go ahead and make sure we pick up all the garbage in this. Clean up this town, see? Yeah. Well, let's add a little bit more residential. Let's add some more roads. And things will grow over time. Ooh, road decorations too. Right now, of course, we're just starting with a dirt road. We don't have much in this little tiny town, but eventually we'll grow it and make it a much bigger place. All right, let's do water next. Maybe we could build water next to the solar plant and make it look like kind of like a, maybe like a public works area. Let's go for back to supply and water tower. We'll build that right next to the solar plant, and maybe we can build that down the road. There's also a build time in this game too, so if you have a problem, oftentimes building something to correct it right away still takes time to build, so you might have to plan accordingly. If you're planning on building a larger expansion to the city, it might take you a little bit of time to actually build some supporting infrastructure for that. In other words, if you're going to build like a giant international airport, you better make sure that you plan it out and plan it way in advance and when you want it so it can be built. Construction takes time, and this game simulates that, and I truly appreciate that about this game. I think there's some really great city builders out there that a lot of people might ignore because they're not familiar with them. Essentially, just like City Skylines and SimCities might be all they know, and so definitely by playing this game a few years ago, it's opened my mind to other games like Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, or games like City State and City State 2, which is more similar to this, where we're planning, though, you know, of course we all want curved roads. It's kind of cool, more focused on the city planning than infrastructure. If you're looking for more traffic-based games, and if you want trains and planes and automobiles, Transport Fever 2 and City Skylines are definitely your bet. But other games like Workers and Resources and or Tropico and or OpenTTD and Mashinki and so many more that are on the channel definitely simulate a lot of that. If you haven't already subscribed to, by the way, now is a fantastic time to make sure you've done that, and smash like if you want to see the series continue, and to build that bridge will be our big O goal. I do like, by the way, that your cities can fill up rather quickly, and this game actually works by regions, though you can only make a city that's, this is a big map, by the way. There's 2 sizes bigger than this, so if this ain't big enough for you, it gets much larger than that, but you can eventually build regions where you can connect cities together to kind of form like countries or states or whatnot, and in this case, we just are building one little off city. Look at nice. Looks like a Japanese style building here that I've seen many a time, and looks like a town square or like a little market and some other buildings. Cell phone repair maybe? Cool. And of course, as time goes on, the city will get bigger and bigger. It's been a while since I played this too. I looked back at my old video before playing this, and I definitely see some nice changes that the development team has probably listened to feedback from their community and threw in a few things for quality of life updates and making the game bigger and better, more accessible than ever. Oh, they want us to build industries. You know what? Let's do that. Let's provide some jobs then for our people. Now, if we build industries down by the solar plant and by the water, that's probably not a good idea, but we could build it down a little further, closer to the edge of the map near those nosy neighbors, and we'll see what we can do to kind of keep it isolated down there. There we go. Not too far away. I love the sequences for building construction, too. Seeing every piece go up individually is fantastic. Games like Ostriv do that very well. And the upcoming Manor Lords, also a game where each individual piece of a building is brought into the area and then, of course, constructed once the materials have arrived. All right, just like with the main city, we got to connect our power down here, so let's do that. Wires will go down the road to about there. And they also want water. Whoa, wait a minute. They got all the water they need with this beautiful rain. Gorgeous sound design in this game, truly. Really just a beautiful soundtrack and really nice sound design. So many games don't really think about that. But there we go. We can connect to a neighbor. So just like in SimCity 4 or SimCity 3000, we can connect to neighboring cities by building these small connections to the edge of the map. And then, of course, we can charge them for water, or we can charge them for power, or we can connect them to them via train or highway or whatnot to allow it to go through. All right, looks like we've reached our first milestone. We're now a hamlet! Fantastic. So we've unlocked things like a wind turbine, pavement, country roads, which will take us home to the place in which we're from. Churches and mosques, a small fire department, a doctor, and a landfill, which is where we can only remove if empty. So we better make sure that we build this in the perfect spot, if you know what I mean. Alright, we're going to need some more power eventually, so we should probably build near the coastline for that. We'll try to build like maybe a road down here to go off closer to the harbor. Let's go with the road here. Oh, we also have, yes, our country roads now. We'll go with dirt to try to keep things cheap for now. We definitely want to try to make more money. I think in the lower right corner you can see what our income is right now, which is plus 1.34 thousand T. I'm not exactly sure. That's money of some sort, but I'm not sure what that term is. Theos, maybe? Not sure. Well, let's build that right along here now. We'll build a power plant just to continue to supply our city with power. There's our wind turbine. When we rotate, there might not be a way to do that yet. Let's go ahead and build our building here, though. We'll build it closer to the coast. There we go. And we'll build more. So just like with the solar panels, yes, the wind turbine too needs to have all the materials delivered and assembled. And of course, the dirt roads will make traffic a little slower, slowing down commerce. And you can see that everybody's already hungry for power. They definitely want more electricity, so that was a good move. All right, let's continue to expand our city, and let's add some more residential. Love this music. It's so relaxing for no reason. Well, it is a good reason. It's a good reason to relax. Let's continue to build our dirt roads then. Now, we can upgrade these roads fairly easily, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And eventually, we can get access to better roads, like avenues and whatnot. We just need to unlock them. You can also see traffic starting to get a little yellow in some of those places, too. But we can solve that easily with a simple bus system, which will knock down a lot of the traffic very quickly. All right, let's go ahead and, you know what, let's square off the rest of our neighborhoods here. And I think, let's check back on our wind turbine. It is about halfway done with its construction. So, yes, plan ahead, plan accordingly, but also make sure that you build things a little differently. So that way you can try to accommodate for the things you need to unlock. I do appreciate games like SimCity 2013 where your cities would have to research this type of technology rather than it just unlocking via population. But it was always cool to, I guess, you know, maybe you can think of it as perhaps when you unlock it, maybe other companies have an interest in your city, but they want your city to be to a certain size before they bring a certain business to your town. In this case, power companies coming to your city in order to supply it with more power, or maybe, you know, businesses for expo centers and whatnot. Fantastic game. I can't believe how many people have recently been watching one of my TheoTown videos as well from so long ago. Obviously, bless the algorithm for showing everybody that video, but it's nice to be back. It's good to see you guys always wanting to see more from the channel. So thanks again for reaching out and asking me to play, because I'm happy to be back. So, you know what? Let's actually build a little road here to separate this small little commercial sector from what could be maybe a government sector for the city. Maybe we could put like a school or a hospital or something back there. All right, how are we doing on our power? Hey, the wind turbine's built. Good. Let's go to connect that via a power line now. And we'll supply that with energy via our lines, our wires. Yep. And you can see now the blue areas, which are where the water, rather the power is being supplied, but we can also kind of do the same with water. It has like an area of effect. Let's build a power line all the way up here. And we'll build a road on the south side of that so we don't have to get too close. I love the rain in this game. Oh, wow, and lightning, too. Incredible. Right. So I think we got to build all the things here, right? Like, we got to try to build, maybe we could build a naval base here. Maybe we could build, like, a military base and maybe I don't know, maybe a space center. Maybe we can build up into these hills up here, too, and try to build, like, a larger city on the northern side and kind of try to make it like it's two cities together with different bases and other types of specialists living here. Maybe we could put a university town in one and military base in the other or something like that. Interesting opportunities for sure. Let's go back to the supply and make sure we supply water here to the city on this side. Now is where it gets a little easier. Now that we've set up some of our roads, we can just trace those with all of our water pipes. And overlapping probably doesn't hurt, especially if our supply goes down a little bit. It'll keep some water in those pipes. Let's go ahead and build a pipe up here, too. I don't think the power plants will need it, but if we build anything up there, it's not too expensive. And we'll just connect it up there. There's a little management building there, so we should probably supply that with water. Be a good idea just in case they have a maintenance center up there and someone needs to use the restroom or get some water out of the sink in order to make their ramen lunch. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's go back to Wow, this music is so wonderful. I know there's a way to change songs in the game, music, but this is just kind of a nice little slow pace right now. Birds chirping, rain just kind of falling down. What a wonderful game. Ooh, we can build farms. Excellent. We should build a farm. Ah, and there's our harbor as well. We've got dense commercial, dense industrial. Very nice. Let's go ahead and we'll build this as a little commercial sector now, and then we'll eventually add on to that, or rather take away from that to build like a police station or something later on for future planning. And it will just temporarily rent the lot, that type of thing. All right, the power plant is definitely providing a lot of power here, but we're going to need more soon. Happiness is now 55% in the town, and population's almost to 500. Other things we need to provide to everybody, of course, is like, you know, schools, hospitals, police departments, fire stations, very important. Keep people feeling safe because they know there's a fire station in town. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade to a pavement road from the industrial area since we're shipping out goods there, and since the city probably needs to be connected to that industrial area. There's a lot of jobs. We'll connect that way. Wow, there's actually excavators. Oh, wow. Look at the details in this game. An excavator loaded up onto a truck. Just with a few pixels, you can just kind of, you can see it. It looks better from, you know, further away. But also, it looks great zoomed in. Like, this is beautiful art. I like this style. I'm a real big fan of pixelated art and also isometric style, so this is definitely reminiscent of Roller Coaster Tycoon, the original for me, and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and of course, SimCity 2000, and then eventually 3004, all looking good. All right, looks like we're about halfway, almost halfway to our next upgrade, and the city seems to have everything that it needs to continue to grow for now, so let's work on the numbers, so we can then worry about unlocking more things for our people. We want to get them services, of course, but let's unlock some new stuff for them to actually be able to use in the city. So there's some unused space in the middle, so that'll eventually be for when we upgrade the city a little bit more, and this might be our downtown sector for when we eventually build that beautiful Bay Bridge to the other side of the harbor. So for now, let's go ahead and build some nice park structures along this road. What do we have for landmarks? Wow, look at all the landmarks. Jeez. I will admit some things are kind of scrunched up. You can make out like the Coit Memorial to firefighters in, I think that's in San Francisco. There's also the Willis Tower, which used to be known as the Sears Tower in Chicago, the Sydney Opera House, Arc de Triomphe in France, etc. Lots of the classics there. Okay, how do we make things look pretty? Oh, we also have the ability to lay down asphalt if we want to, or build some small monument rocks and such, like apparently the one from Lion King. Cool, so we can paint the ground, we can make snow if we want to. Very nice. Let's go to public buildings, and let's make some parks. Looks like we could do a beach if we want to, but we'll just build some small parks here along the commercial zone, which will eventually be for the city services and for the government. Very nice. Build some nice stuff there. Maybe we'll build like a nice little park over here for the people in this part of town. Eventually we'll put down some swings or something. So a nice row of trees, and then maybe we'll, you know, say that that's like maybe a basketball court and like a little sandbox or something. Not too complex. Wow, even animations above the city, people flying kites. One of the things that I think SimCity 4 and SimCity 2013 absolutely nailed was their sound design and making the cities sound like they were really alive, especially in the residential sector. And say what you want about SimCity, especially the last one. City Skylines is very good, but I think there's some things, especially music and sound-wise, that would make that game even better. That would be amazing. Now, here in this game, we can also control the police, so we can call out, for example, a fire department or the police if there's some sort of a disaster. SWAT teams, a rocket launcher to shoot down UFOs. Oh, we'll have to defend ourselves against aliens with our military bases. Good. Very good. The aliens are coming for me. They want me back. Oh, here's our seed, by the way, if you want to play with this one. I was just spamming a bunch of numbers to find a city that I wanted to play in. Statistics, different types of achievements, our overall ratings on things. You can see that there's a little more industrial and commercial demand, so let's go ahead and focus on that. Oh, actually, we've got commercial taken care of. As for industrial, looks like we'll build a little bit more. Ooh, I do not want to hurt those beautiful trees. Gorgeous. Those are some beautiful, what I could only imagine to be redwood trees. Population closing in on 1,000. Let's go back for some more. Oh, there's sports too. Looks like we could put that down as well. So we'll do that instead of what I had said before about imagining. No, we don't have to imagine. It's here. It's now. All right, what we'll do is we'll separate this industrial sector from this main road here. Let's go ahead and build like a, yeah, we'll do a 10 by 10 here. And hopefully we do minimal impact on the environment on this side, because some of these trees are beautiful. Yeah, we want to build in there then. Let's build another road that goes through. Again, doing dirt roads for now, just to save us a little bit of cash. There's also a sandbox mode in this game where you can build without any sort of expenses. So if you just want to build all the things, take a look at them, see how they work, and then reverse engineer things, that's definitely how I like to play a lot of games too. Play with unlimited money, learn the quirks of each game and its limitations of controls or things that you can do, and then of course eventually master it and go on to build bigger things in the more difficult, challenging modes like real money mode. Okay, beautiful. And it looks like that's going to be all I can build for now. I can't build there for some reason. I'm not sure why. Is it because, are we out of cash? Is that what it may be? Happiness dipping a little bit more, but we now have more opportunities in our city than before. Oh, we also need to put some water down there too. Health, of course, will be needed shortly. Alright, piping. Piping hot. Come get it. Yeah, let's keep the pipes under the roads. My reasoning here will be that, you know, maintenance departments and such can access that by basically just driving over the road and reaching a manhole covering or a maintenance station nearby. Looks like there's some rocks off the harbor, too. That's going to be dangerous for ships to approach, so we're going to have to try to clear that out when we clear our harbor as well. It looks like some shallow water coming in here, but I can see some darker, deeper sections. Oh, there's too much traffic on that road. Ah, good. Let's upgrade the city center. That's good news. That means enough people are moving in so we can afford upgrades. Let's go for pavement again. And let's build a nice city road here for our people. Oh, upgrades are free? Question mark. Zero T. Of course, because I had dirt road selected already. So wait, is that pavement? It's kind of hard to tell. I would assume that pavement is an upgrade from country road. No, a country road is actually a much nicer road than pavement. Okay. Oh yes, you can see the prices underneath them. Okay. So that kind of alludes you to know what the pricing is. I guess the pavement could just be for if you're trying to maybe make an area that looks like it's bigger than it is. Like, for example, you can make a bunch of pavement around an airport to kind of make it look as if it were more fleshed out with area for storage and parking for other vehicles and for other planes and such. Okay, let's go for the country road. Up top. Across the top if we can. No. Down here. Here. We've already upgraded there. I see traffic lights actually starting to go into the town. So it looks like that serves as a part of traffic control as well. Yeah, so it looks like if we upgrade the roads, then that also increases the control of traffic. That's good. Some of these areas I'm just not able to build in. Could be limitation on funds, but regardless, we've got things going nicely. And hopefully get some more trucks. You can see tractor trailers leaving the industrial area. Very nice. Oh, we're almost to level 2. That means more unlocks for us. Let's take a look at power supply. Is there a way we can see that with overview? Well, we can see what's powered and not, but we can't see overall energy generation. Let's see if we can find a statistic on that. Let's see. Power generation usage is 69. Nice. 0.2. So we're using 173 out of 250 being produced between the two. So that's okay. We're good for a while there. Oh, and traffic's getting quite busy, isn't it? We'll have to make an alternative route down there. Let's see if we can build another country road. Somewhat separate the industrial sector. We'll make an intersection here and allow for people to get into the northern section. We'll call that the northern section of the industrial area, and then of course to make it all the way down to the southern. Alright, to be fair, those guys are jam-packed in there. Wow. They're busy, man. Go ahead and build some more roads here if we can. Hopefully that increases all of the movement of traffic. Wow. Hey, a pizza place has moved in. Wonderful. Washing machines, sales place. Oh, appliances, probably. Lots of little buildings, modern buildings. A nice mix of all sorts of different styles and designs. Very nice. And lots of traffic. Ooh. Would you look at that? Ah, there's too much traffic. I agree, ma'am. Let's see if we can take out a loan. What can we do about finances? I'd like to grow. Looks like we can increase. Active loans overall is 0, but we can take out a total of 5. So we've now increased our loan to 32,000. Excellent. All right. Well, that's good. We want to grow quickly because our town definitely has a lot of potential. And this harbor is a really powerful spot. There we go. It's a really good spot to be in. We can easily spend that money, so that's what it was. A lack of funds for our city earlier. Alright, so some of those roads should help alleviate some congestion. Let's also build another country road down here. And hopefully the AI will be smart enough to mitigate different traffic routes and make their way down to the industrial zones. It looks like some of the traffic is starting to clear. And we've now unlocked one-way roads. That'll be a further help to us. One-way roads, water fountains, a police department, a taxi depot, and a cemetery where everybody, of course, is dying to get in. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Wow. Thank you. That's great. All right, let's build maybe a city service now to try to increase people's happiness here, which might also increase some of our population, too. Let's go ahead and go with education. Maybe first? No. Maybe we should go with fire department. Yeah, that would be very good. That looks like a Wendy's right there. It looks like a little restaurant or whatnot. It seems like we're building down more this way. So let's build our first fire department there. And again, it takes time to build. That's kind of cool. And we'll build another one down here, where eventually we'll expand the city down to this southern section too. We'll have double coverage on this side. Important to build those. We don't want our businesses going up in flames now after so much work. Let's go back to the transport. Now we have one-way roads. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and make this road a one-way. And we'll allow people to exit this way via a one-way road. There we go. Oh. Looks like we're not allowed to make that a one-way. Or we're out of cash yet again. But we can see it marked one-way. Almost kind of hard to tell which way it's facing, but that seems to have alleviated some of the traffic problems. Move it again. Oh, long traffic line there. Just lots of people at the traffic lights. Might be a good idea for busing next. 52% on the happiness. Transportation they're unhappy about. Health they're unhappy about. So hopefully transportation now improves, and health will then build ourselves a hospital. So what can we do for that? Or a small clinic, I guess, would be what we're at for now. Let's go to services, health. A doctor will be 4,000. The hospital, small hospital, normal size, and a modern hospital. And maybe more things that'll unlock over time, too. We'll have to have something to deal with that pink ooze. You have merely enough water. Maybe you should build water pumps. Oh, yes. That costs money. Well, since the city may grow, water pumps probably should... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We've got a disaster. Send the fire department. Go! There's an alert at the fire station. Oh, the music has picked up. That's so cool. Send in the fire brigade. I think they made it. Oh, it's spreading. The fire's spreading to other buildings. Calling all cars. Well, that was nice. Back to normal in the old city. All right, let's increase happiness again. Our people deserve it. They've been doing a great job. Little doctor's office then. A little clinic somewhere in town. We'll put it here on the corner. There we go. We'll convert one of the offices or buildings that was there to a medical clinic. That's good. People need that. And, of course, our industrial area looking good, too, with a little room to grow. Almost 1,000 population. Now, what do we need for a water tower? We could build another one. Water tower is costing us only 1,056. Well, we could build another water tower out here. And, of course, it takes a little time, so solving the problem early is often good, investing in the future of the city. But sometimes before you can afford it, so some things have to suffer. Luckily, we're making really good money now, 2.74, and dropping a bit, but should increase with the newly added hospital. And we can always, of course, add some new areas here now that people are probably going to want to move into the city. Let's see. What do we have for demand? Looks like residential and industrial are back up again. They just need the homes to actually move into. Let's go ahead and build some homes along here. And also along here. There we go. Then we'll build a nice road along there. Road decorations. Curious. Well, good thing we didn't spend a lot of money on roads and we went mostly for city services and whatnot. Gobbled up a lot of our money from just investing in the roadways, but it makes sense in the town and in the roads leading out of the town to the industrial area. Wow. Wow. Look at all the, I can imagine kids all around that house. Boy, they're getting busy there. Man, that's like the house from Up, except all the kids are role-playing. We've now unlocked a lighthouse. Beautiful. Is it free? Oh, no, it'll cost us 5. But we could definitely put the lighthouse, oh man, out here, or maybe out here. That'd be cool. Now, I'm not sure if that needs to be connected to water or not, or if it has some sort of connected to a roadway, but being out in the water, it is a little isolated, so we'll see what we can do. All right, happiness seems to be increasing. We were at the low 50s, now we're at 53, so with a couple of fire departments and a clinic, that should be at least a start. And our income now increasing almost to 3 at 2.82. Every time I mention it, though, it drops, so I'm going to not... We'll just call it that thing that we were talking about earlier. Lovely music. Picking up. It's good. Hey, look at that. We can decorate with fences, alley access, construction, guard, something or other. It looks like a bear. A guard bear. Does there always have to be bears in every game? It definitely looks like it. Military stuff. Oh, wow. Religious buildings, a neighborhood church, or a mosque. Wait, well, it looks like a church there, mosque, and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a fortune teller. I don't know. We need a lot of money for the basketball and the tennis courts. We'll have to unlock those soon. Wintertime stuff, firework decorations. Oh, wonderful. We can have nighttime. Oh, yes. This game has a day-night cycle, too, if you want to turn it on, and also you can see your city at nighttime and take lots of screenshots. We have labels here now, so we can go ahead and name our port bridge. Let's see. Ah, there we go. So we can label everything. New RAPTORIA Bay. Great! So now we have a name for this. We can name this area here, too. We can name the coastline. We can name the islands. Let's name this, let's see. Twinkle Island, because there's going to be, of course, the little lighthouse out there. And there's even more coastline there as well. Oh, that's cool. We can name everything. Nice thing about that is we can also name things for planning purposes. So we can label, hey, nuclear power plant here, school there, and then delete it later. Hey, we're over 1,000 population. Wonderful. And money close. I mean, that thing we talked about before, getting good. Yeah, that's right. All right, how's traffic? Somewhat flowing. It's not bad. I think we should make a one-way road here. Along this way. And a one-way road. Let's see. This way. Which maybe we cannot afford. But soon. Goal now should be to get to, let's see, goal 3. We have city management, town hall. That'll unlock soon. Services, maybe education now, but maybe more residential buildings so we can educate more youngsters. Alright, let's build a little longer. Very nice. Beautiful. Nice spaces to expand into. Wow, look at the city. It seems to be getting... Oh, yeah, they're upgrading. Very nice. Oh, and the cranes are going up, too. You can see little cranes. That's awesome. Industrial sector is kind of upgraded a little bit. Oh, and you can see more buildings. Oh, wow, it's like a concrete pumper coming out to pour a foundation. Fantastic. Uh-oh, but the power problem is not fantastic. Let's build ourselves another windmill. We'll go for yet another one. Ooh, just having enough cash there. Windmills are giving us a good amount of power without being too expensive, but we haven't unlocked anything else just yet, so it's a good startup. And you can see the little sign over the road that leads to the other city. That's so cool. The trailer worked independently. Oh, that looked like a big gift or something like that. Love seeing the excavators and all the other cargo being hauled, box trucks, flatbeds. Love the variety of traffic. That's another thing I really think City Skylines could do more of, too, instead of the little donut trucks that go around the corner of every little road at 90 billion miles per hour and almost fly, turn over, do whatever, you know. They almost flip over. Going the speed of light. Alright, let's build a few more little pipes there. Excellent. And we should have enough power to go to the rest of the city. Love that we've got a centralized distribution area here in somewhat of an important part of town, too, near the industrial sector and access to the areas with the windmill. Now, I wonder, is there city policies that we can set? We have airports, neighborhood commercial, imports and exports, health, education, water, energy, loan, financials. Oh, our rating for transportation has improved. Nice. And it looks like health has went up to, wow, 96.1. Excellent. With education probably being the next thing that we can tackle. Maybe. In fact, we should. Let's go ahead and get ready to build a school now for our big brain emotes. Oh, yes. Big brain emotes. Small school then at 8. So we got a ways to go to get there, but our income is important. We can click on building or roads and buildings to see. Oh, untouchable too. We can choose to keep certain styles if we like it. So if we really want a building to have a certain style, we can mark it as untouchable. There we go. We'll leave those two purple buildings as they are. Alright, people, obviously not happy about the power problems, but we're improving that with the windmill that's being built, and we've got ourselves a pretty large city so far. We could definitely expand this before we go across the bridge. But we've got a lot of things to build on. More up here on the coast. Maybe we could go for more of a tourist town up here, maybe down here industrial. Like maybe industrial and education and such. Oh, everybody's unhappy now with the power. I know. I'm working on it, folks. But now we've got the power provided, so that's good. Hey, there we go. Happiness should go right back up. Good. Good for you. Good for you, folks. We take out some more loans. We certainly have a bunch of cash now. More income. We can definitely afford those loans. Let's give our people stuff that they really need now. So education. We can build ourselves a small school. We'll start small. Good to start small. Although we haven't unlocked that yet. So police. We do have a small police kiosk. Kind of, that we can build. So let's build the police department right here on what will be a future intersection. Maybe right here. And of course that has to build as well. A little bit of crime down in the industrial area, but oh, I like that. Look at that. There's an immediate area of effect, but also an area where they can get sent out very far on calls. Now that's good. I would love that in games too, where the more funding that you give, of course, the circle increases. That's standard, but a little area past that, like usually it's like a point of no return. It'll go out like 25 blocks, and then 26. Well, too bad. Can't respond to the fire, or the ambulance won't go out that far. Sorry. It's like, no, it's possible. Not convenient, but it works for special emergencies. Okay, now we have a bunch of cash to turn that road around. It looks like traffic was the other thing that they weren't really happy with, so let's make that a one-way. So we'll make one-way streets this way, down here, and back up this way. On a beautiful rainy day, I like it. Rain can be okay. Well, speaking of rain, we could build a farm, I suppose. We could try to do that, build a farm somewhere away from the city. Let's go with a dirt road Maybe down this way. Off the industrial path. And maybe we could start a little farm down here to give our people some fresh produce and goods, services, and all that other thing. Okay, let's go for zones, farm. We'll see how this works. Maybe they can work independently. They probably need water from us, and they probably need power. But let's just build it isolated and see what the rules for that one are. City's looking good. What? There's like a car up on blocks out behind that house there? Oh my goodness. Alright, population's getting there though. Happiness is good. Increasing, I think. Or at least holding. Oh boy. And that we've made as a one-way too. That should be a one-way all the way down and then down this way. So we definitely need access to more roads. Hopefully more will unlock soon. We could also do a taxi depot. Feels like buses would be more important than taxi. I feel like more people would be going to the same place than individuals going to different places. We also have over and underpasses for some of our roadways too. But I think we should build another road somewhere. We'll build what could be maybe a one-way... Oh, you know what? We could build an avenue this way. That could help solve the problem a little bit, right? If we build a one-way down here and a one-way back, that might be a much easier way for people to get up and down town. And give us a spot to put some beautiful decorations. Let's see, that's under... Is it public? Parks? Oh, we have new stuff. Water fountains. Beautiful. Well, we'll put a nice little fountain there then. Not too fancy. Oh, dude, I love the sound effects. The vehicles driving by. 10 out of 10 on the sound design. My goodness. Insufficient funds. We do not have enough money. Oh. Okay. I cry. Alright, I'm sorry. Mr. Mayor's gone crazy, spending all the money. I know. Well, to be fair, the trees definitely look nice. And it's an avenue. What are we going to put there? Not much else is going to fit in a 1x1 square. It looks nice. People want to live somewhere where it looks nice. Plus, it's nice to also walk. Like, you could leave your house, walk up the park, and go to a store. Not even have to go into a car or a bus. Just walk. A nice little stroll. Damn, this is a great song. That's got to be DMCA. Let's go for more zones, more residential in our lovely town. I just don't want them to build roads for me. There's probably an option to turn that off. I think this means that's all we can afford here. Yep. We could build some commercial buildings on the corners. And another rainy day. I wish the turbines actually faced that way. Ah, there they go. We can rotate the map too. So now we get to see our city in a much different perspective. Oh, there goes another present. Ooh. It got delivered right there, or the truck plowed into the wall. One of the two. I think it's okay. Alright. What was our original view? There we go. We rename buildings. Oh, we can. Excellent. So we can rename buildings if we want to. So if there's a building that we want to rename to a special specific power plant or something like that, we definitely can. Now, I'm assuming power will probably be an issue again shortly, so we just got to kind of keep an eye on it for a while. I do like how the map does appear to be, you know, like that we could fill it very quickly, but that's a little misleading because with all these upgraded roads and things taking, it feels like it's costing actual, you know, real, more accurate amounts of money that it would in real life to upgrade a road and do all the things that it takes to remove the old road, upgrade the new road, and do all sorts of things like that. Install new lighting, you know, like street lights and things like that that might go along the way, sidewalks, drainage. Little much more than you think than just, you know, clicking and dragging to upgrade. Beautiful. Well, we got much more to add. Let's go ahead and maybe make another commercial sector here if we can. There must be a way to turn off that mode to build. Wait a minute. I see it right there. There we go. Ah, now I can be stress-free. Oh, and there's an option to undo in the upper right. Excellent. All right. Build some more commercial buildings there. Excellent. Now, how's our demands? More for the residential. Lots of residential homes can be built now. Here we go. We'll build down this way. Nice. And a dirt road here. Just for laying things out. Well, we've got a lot to do. We could also maybe increase people's happiness with trash disposal, but it seems like that's okay now. Biggest important thing is transportation. They're still not happy about that. So maybe the taxi stand would be an important thing to put down. That will unlock a little bit later. Wow, at 400. That's crazy. Let's take out a few more loans now. I think if we have 5 out of 5 loans, yeah, if we max out our loan, I think we'll be okay to pay it back. Because if we improve the quality of life in the small town, it should give us a high enough income per month or whatever to really take care of everything that everybody needs. And we'll build our little taxi stand down here as we expand our city. Actually, we could build it here on the corner. That'll be fine. And we'll take some time to do. And we'll also need to build another power plant, more than likely. Let's take a look at power consumption. Usage is 77.8. And as we expand the city, I think we'll expand the city a little bit more first, and then we'll build the power plant. So let's expand to residential. We'll add a 2x2 here, with that one being a 1x2. That's okay. More rain again. Rainy down here on the coast, isn't it? And of course, with all these residential buildings, or commercial buildings, taxis are more likely to be used there, I think. Nice. Well, industrial really hasn't moved in as much as I was thinking they would. But we do need to take a look at see how the farm is doing. Down on the old farm, let's see. Oh, they built without any sort of need for power. Great, so the farms are pretty much self-sufficient on their own. They must have their own generators and maybe an underground connection that they pay for themselves. Sailboat. Cool. Very nice. Wow, looking good. Let's continue to build residential. And happiness increasing even more, almost up to 60%. Very good. We could increase our one-way roads, but roads are very expensive, so we should probably try to make use of all the roads that we've built so far on the other side. I've been trying to keep our city farther away from the coastline so we can maybe build a... as this kind of is going to be the downtown area, maybe we could build some more suburban homes out here and then maybe some nice stuff on the coast. So big city here, industrial area here for the port eventually, and maybe a nice little suburban area there and around as well. More traffic again, huh? Oh boy. What else is new? Oof. Well, that's gonna... Ooh, 64% though on the happiness. People are very happy with the city. And so am I. I would like to see you back for more TheoTown sometime soon as we continue to build onto our city. We've got much to do, building bridges, airports, hospitals, and more. So if you want to see more, make sure you smash that like button to let me know you want to see another episode back after a long hiatus, and we'll do a full playthrough and a live stream as well. Thanks again to everybody who has dropped some awesome gifted memberships to our community in our premieres and also in our live streams. And thanks to everybody who comes and watches live as well. You guys are fantastic, so thanks for being a part of the #1 community on YouTube, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, folks, and thanks for watching TheoTown, out now on Steam.